Choi Kang, from the Asian Institute for Policy Studies, was eager to tell Express.co.uk that he believed the tough stance of Donald Trump was partially responsible for the resumption of inter-Korean talks. He explained, "It seems to me that ironically, if you look at the results, the resumption of inter-Korean talks may be because of the tough stance of the Trump administration to a certain degree. Actually, it may be possible because the Trump administration has started to strengthen the sanctions and stage military exercises. So actually this might have made North Korea much more concerned with outside pressures." The expert added that the latest round of sanctions imposed by the UN may have been the final blow to despot leader Kim Jong-un and could have forced his hand to open up to his southern neighbor. GettyKim Jong-un appeared to perform a drastic U-turn on his foreign policy in a recent speech. He went on, "The last sanctions that were adopted at the UN Security Council are tougher than the previous ones and have started to touch on North Korea's oil supply and labor issues. So North Korea has not felt the pain of the sanctions yet, but they are expecting sanctions to get much tougher, and maybe there is a desire for North Korea to dilute the sanctions by approaching South Korea and having talks and creating a peaceful mood in South Korea as they try and create some kind of split between the United States and South Korea. They like to use South Korea as a shield." The fear of tougher sanctions could have played on North Korea's mind. When questioned on why it has taken so long for the international community to tighten its stranglehold on Pyongyang, Mr. Kang stated that China's recent willingness to impose sanctions on Kim Jong-un emerged after continuous provocations from the Hermit Kingdom. Thursday, February 1, 2018, North Korean Olympic team arrives in South Korea. He went on, "It is an issue that has been dealt with before, but China was very reluctant at that point in time. Of course China is much more concerned with the safety and stability of the North Korean regime, so they were very reluctant to introduce tougher sanctions on North Korea. But because of North Korea's continuous provocations by staging missile tests, this actually drove the United States into being tougher, and now China has started being tougher too. This change in environment has led North Korea to turn to Seoul to talk about the Pyeongchang Games." During a televised speech to mark the new year, Kim Jong-un appeared to perform a drastic U-turn on his foreign policy. The leader spoke of melting the frozen North-South relations shortly before a series of negations between the two Koreas. He declared, "The year 2018 is a significant year for both the North and the South, with the North marking the 70th anniversary of its birth and the South hosting the Winter Olympics." Getty Donald Trump's tough stance and staged U.S. military exercises forced North Korea to negotiate. Kim Jong-un was eager to arrange North Korea's participation in the Olympics, which should melt the frozen North-South relations, thus adorning this meaningful year as a year to be specially recorded in the history of the nation. Donald Trump appears to agree with Mr. Kang that if not for his firm, strong and willing attitude, talks with the Hermit Kingdom may never have taken place. Following the announcement of inter-Korean dialogue, he tweeted, "With all of the failed experts weighing in, does anybody really believe that talks and dialogue would be going on between North and South Korea right now if I wasn't firm, strong and willing to commit our total might against the North? Fools, but talks are a good thing."